Hey everyone, it's Daniel Brother by Barris. In this next video, we're going to be grabbing our prerequisites. So go ahead and open up your notes folder that you downloaded in the previous video. We'll go to prerequisites here. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my File Explorer, go to the Options area, go to the View tab, and I'm going to uncheck Hide Extensions for Known File Types. Okay. Click OK there, close File Explorer. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click here on my Start menu, click Terminal Admin. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to find your fastest drive. Now, in my case, I have this NVMe F drive. Okay, there's nothing in there here. Make sure it is one of your fastest drives and it has at least 512 gigs of space free. Okay, no spindle drives, SSD or NVMe only. All right, those spindle drives will be way too slow and you're just going to get frustrated. All right, so right here, go ahead and change this F to whichever drive you chose. Okay, and then we're going to copy from 22 all the way up here to 15, just like that. Paste. And now if I go into my lab folder, you'll see a CM lab and virtual machines folder. You also see a 7-zip and notepad++ folder. Okay. Now what I'm do, I'm going to open up Edge. I'm going to go to settings. Now, if you're using Firefox or Chrome, it'll be almost the same. I showed you in the last video. Go to downloads, ask me what to do with each download. It should be exactly the same in Chrome. And then in Firefox, I showed you the first one where it says just ask me where to download the files to. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'll close this settings tab. Now, we're going to have our folder layout. That's why we didn't close our terminal. We're going to create all of our folders for this lab. All right, so copy from the end of 71 all the way to 35, just like so. Paste, press enter to exit. And if I go to my lab folder, you can see they're all created now. All right. Now, I did create you guys some graphics and a BgInfo BGI file for this, and I'll show you what we're going to do. We'll click on that, click on download. You're going to click open. I'm going to press Control A on my keyboard, Control C to copy. I'm going to go all the way down to our lab area, CM lab, BgInfo, press Control V to paste, and there we are. Now, like I told you, I did create you a BGI file for our lab and then a custom background for Microsoft Configuration Manager. All right, so that should be good to go there. All right, in Software Center, you can edit this in whichever graphics program you like. I like to use Photoshop, but you can use whatever, even MS Paint. So this one is 100 by 100 pixels. Go ahead and edit that one. I did a UDI Wizard banner, CM Lab headquarters site. You can change this to your logo for your business or whichever you'd like, and then change the text. That is a 604 by 95 pixel image. Okay. So in the wallpaper area, I created a server wallpaper as well as a client wallpaper. You can change those. Okay, those ones here, what you can do is show the properties, details. This is 3840 by 2160. So go ahead and just change that to whatever you'd like. The user account pictures, you can see I made those here, but go ahead and edit those however you'd like, open with Photoshop, Paint, whatever, and you can edit them yourself. Okay. So we'll go back here to BgInfo. In the steps, I created you guys a Microsoft Deployment Toolkit wallpaper for each of the steps in the UDI Wizard. Okay, you can change. These are all the same. So any of the bitmaps, you can change those to whatever you'd like them to look like. Okay, and then in the packages, I have a server and a workstation package. Go ahead and change the wallpaper you'd like, and then the UAPs. Okay, just to I just gave those to get you started. Okay, so you can change those yourself and you should be good to go. We can actually click this here, trash can icon, to delete BgInfo zip because we already extracted the files. Now, BgInfo does come with MDT and MCM, but the version is old and out of date. So we're going to get the newest version, and that's from, looks like last month. So download BgInfo. We're going to click open. I'm going to click, then control click BgInfo 64, control C to copy. We'll go back to that BgInfo folder in our lab area. I'll just click here and control V to paste because we're going to move those with PowerShell. So you can close File Explorer here. We'll click the trash can icon because we don't need the zip file. We're going to right click, Terminal Admin. Again, change your F drive to whatever drive you're using. You'll copy from line 118 down to the end of 130. It's going to copy those BgInfo and BG64 executables into the correct folders where they're needed. Paste and exit. We're good to go. Now what I'm going to do is download some HP WinPE 64-bit driver pack. Now, if you're using Dell, Lenovo, whatever, you can replace that with whichever ones you're using. We actually use HP at my job, so I'm going to do that. All right. So you can see SP155634. It's the newest version, 2.72. It was released just a few days ago. So I'm going to click that here. I'm going to click Save As. I'm going to go to my CM Lab F drive, drivers, WinPE, HP. I have a 2.72 already set up for you guys. Click Save, and then click here, the folder. I'm going to shift and right click on that. That way it pulls up this menu for 7-zip. I'm going to click Extract here. And I'm going to shift and right click, hold down shift when you click delete, and that way it doesn't go to your recycle bin. And you're good on that one. You can click close File Explorer. Now we're going to go to our driver packs matrix. Now, the laptop that I have here is an HP EliteBook 860 16-inch G11 notebook PC. And I've already done the WMIC CS product get name on that to verify. So what I'll do is I'm going to click here. I'm going to click Find on Page. I'm going to look for that laptop. Okay, just like this. Boom. And you can see it's highlighted. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the Windows 10. So you can see here the title for each one is listed. So let's go over here to Windows 10 22H2. You can see I have SP152748, which is right there. Click on that. You can click Save As. We're going to go to Drivers, HP. If you're following along, we're right here. Windows 10, SP152748. Save. Okay. Give that a few moments. And I'll come back when that's ready. Okay, and that's ready to go. So what we'll do is we're going to click on the folder icon to show. If you're following along, we're right here on line 187. So shift, right click on this file, 7-zip, extract here. Takes a few moments. That's a pretty large file there. Looks like it's 2.87 gigabytes for these newer machines. So shift, right click, delete, yes, and close File Explorer. Now we're going to go back here to Windows 11 24H2, and that's SP155206. Same thing, Save As, HP, Windows 11, that folder, save, and let that go, and I'll come back as soon as that is done. Okay, and that's done. So we're here on 206, so click the folder, shift, right click, 7-zip, extract here. Same thing, takes a little while as that is a 2.09 gig file. There we go. I can shift and right click on that one, delete. Yes, and that way it doesn't go to our recycle bin like I've said. We can close File Explorer. Now we're going to get the newest Google Chrome just to create a application in MCM. Okay, so we'll go stable channel, MSI, 64-bit, and the newest version, I wrote that down, 134.0.699.8.178. So if it's a newer version, go ahead and write that here. Accept. Give that a few moments. It should pop up here in a moment to download. There it goes. We're going to click Save As. We'll go to our lab area, CM Lab, Google Chrome, and save. All right. Now I'm going to grab some of the STIGs or the group policy objects. And the reason why is a lot of areas I've worked in, and I'm sure if you're in the defense sector or if you're a contractor, they want you to apply certain security settings. And this lists all of the ADMX and ADML templates. Okay. So we'll double click on that. All right. This is from DISA, the Defense Information Systems Agency. Okay. This should come up, and sometimes a US warning comes up. If it does, you can just click OK. Group policy objects, okay? And we're going to save this. We're going to go here to CM Lab Group Policy. I'm going to save that there. Then I'm going to open this folder. I'm going to shift right click on that, 7-zip open archive. And you see this ADMX templates. I'm just going to click extract and OK. And I can actually shift, delete that. If I go inside here, you'll see Adobe, Google, Microsoft, Mozilla, OneDrive. And of course, you know, it's got the legacy and set guide stuff in here. So we're good to go for the ADMX and ADML files. Okay. Now we're going to grab the newest administrative templates, ADMX and ADML files for Windows 11. This is directly from Microsoft. Okay. And this allows us to select certain settings that are set to Windows 11 for H2 from within our server 2025, okay, when you open up Group Policy Editor. So we'll click Download here. We'll click Open. Okay. We'll click Next. I accept. Next. Browse. We're going to grab this just to Group Policy there. And I'm going to fill in my drive, which you fill in your drive there, CM Lab, just like that, /, and then I'm going to paste the rest of that path. So I've got F, CM Lab, and then the rest. Okay. Okay. Next, install. Give that a few moments. And finish. And now what I'm going to do is open up File Explorer from the taskbar. We'll go to the F drive. We'll go to CM Lab. Group Policy, ADMX templates, Windows 11, which we just extracted, and we're going to only use the one for our language. So I'm going to click the top one. I'm going to shift click the bottom one here. Then I'm going to control click only the one I need, which I only need the ENUS one. If you're using any other language, you can do that. Then I'm going to hold down shift. I'm going to click one of these, right click one, and then delete. And then yes, and that way it deletes them, but it doesn't move them to the recycle bin. Okay. I'm going to close File Explorer, and we're good to go there. Now I'm going to grab this ODBC driver for SQL Server. And the reason why is this is the newest version that is required, but it's also required to download the prerequisites for MCM. So I'm going to grab the x64 version, or 64-bit, okay? I'm going to save as, go to CM Lab, Microsoft Configuration Manager, ODBC driver 18x64, save, okay? And then I'm going to click on Open File, all right? You can see that here. Next, I accept, next, next, install, shouldn't take long. This is only a requirement to install on your host machine because we're going to be downloading those prerequisites. And if you don't have this installed, it won't allow you to download them. Okay, so finish. Now we're going to grab the OLE DB driver, which is the newest one for MCM. So grab this x64, 19.3.5 is that newest version. Click on that. Oop, I clicked it twice. That's okay. Save as. Microsoft Configuration Manager, OLE DB driver, and I only want that to be the first one. So if you didn't click on it twice, you'll just have that regular name. Okay, good to go there. Now we're going to grab Configuration Manager's current branch, 2403. And like I said, once we install that, we'll upgrade to 2409, and then we'll add the hot fixes. Okay, so exe download, we'll save as. Microsoft Configuration Manager, go here to the MCM Configure Manager 2403, save. Okay, once that's done downloading, I'll come back. Only take a few seconds there. It's pretty large, but it's one file, so there we go, 1.2 gigs. Okay, and so what we'll do is we'll click the folder to go here, and then I'm going to shift right click, 7-zip, extract here. Same thing, that's going to extract our newest cd.retail. Shift, delete. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to browse into to cd retail and SMS setup, bin, the x64 folder. I'm going to type set, and that'll take us down to where the setup DL file is. I'm going to double click on that, and this is going to make it so that we can download our prerequisites. Now, I had set up a folder for you guys in the lab area, which of course mine is on the FCM lab /. So I'll copy from Microsoft Configuration Manager all the way to the end there, fill that in with yours, click download, and it's downloaded those files. I'm going to close this, and as soon as this disappears, we'll continue with our prerequisite files. Okay, and our prerequisites are now downloaded. Okay, we can verify that. We can open up here on our lab, CM lab, Microsoft Configuration Manager, prereqs folder, and you can see they're all downloaded. Okay, we can close that. Now what I'm going to do is the config SQL recommendations. These are pretty great, and they were posted here by Kent Agerlund or Thomas Euler. I'm not sure which one. So what I do is I right-click here. I'm going to save this link as. Now there are a few problems with this file, and I'm going to show you how to fix those. Click Save. We're going to open that file. Okay. We'll click on Enable Editing. If you don't have Excel installed, don't worry. I'm doing this all for you guys, and I filled in the gaps. So I'm going to put 5,000 clients here. Number of processors 8, cores 8, 16384 or 16 gigs of RAM. Okay. Now the max memory, this one here, this formula, he's got it a little bit incorrect. I think he meant to say 4 gig minus 4 gigs, but he put 4192. 4096 is 4 gigs. So you just fill that in, and now you got 12288, minimum memory 8 gigs, 8192. And now it's given us all of our files we need. So our temp DB is 4, our number of files for our database is 8, the size per file, the auto growth, everything's all set. Okay, so when we get to our SQL Server portion of this, I'll save this for right now. When we get to that, I've filled it in automatically for you. Now, if you have a larger area, or you have more RAM or less RAM, whatever, you can just change the things that are in blue, and then you'll change the formulas that I've created for you later in the video. Okay, so we can close that, and we're going to grab MDT. So download our 64-bit version. There we go. Download, save as, our lab area, Microsoft Deployment Toolkit, save. We're going to grab our KB4564442 update for that, or hot fix. Windows 10 deployments fail with Microsoft Deployment Toolkit on computers with BIOS type firmware. Download this update now. We'll click Save As. Same folder as MDT. We'll click the folder here. We're going to shift right click, 7-zip, extract here. Okay. Yes, it's going to give you a little, there are dead data at the end of the file. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Close. We'll shift, delete that. And we've got our DLLs extracted. Okay. Good to go there. We'll close File Explorer. Now we're going to get our Windows 10 version 22H2 download. Okay, now by default, if you're running Windows or a browser operating system, you're not going to see the ISO here. So what we'll do is we'll go here to Settings and More Tools, Developer Tools, and we're going to make it look like we're on a device emulator. So something like a smartphone or a tablet. So make sure that's all set. You can click here on the tab and press F5 on your key on your top of your keyboard, and now you're going to see a drop down for select edition, multi-edition ISO. Click Confirm. Choose your language, English United States. Confirm. 64-bit download. Save as. CM Lab, operating systems, Windows 10, and save there. Okay. And when we come back, we'll do our Windows 11. Okay, and our Windows 10 ISO is downloaded. We're going to go to Windows 11. This one, you don't have to do anything special. The ISO is right here, so select Download, Windows 11 Multi-Edition ISO. Click Download Now. The nice thing about these multi-edition ISOs is that they contain the SKUs for both Home, Pro, Enterprise, and I think education versions. So good to know, right? So confirm, download, and save as. Operating systems, Windows 11, and just save it right there. Okay. And while that's downloading, we can go get our remote server administration tools, which will allow us to install the RSAT on both Windows 10 and Windows 11. So double click there. You see that, download, choose the 64-bit version. There we go. Save as, CM Lab, go to RSAT tools, save, and we're good to go there. And we're going to get our Server 2025 evaluation. Okay. So please select your Windows Server 2025 download, choose your language. We're going to use the 64-bit ISO. Click that. Save as. CM Lab, Operating Systems, Windows Server 2025, and save. And I'll come back when both Windows 11 and Server 2025 are completely downloaded. Okay, and those are downloaded. So now we're going to grab the newest version of Windows Admin Center. I put the direct link here for you guys. There we go. Save as, CM Lab, Windows Admin Center. Go ahead and save that there. Now what we're going to do is get our latest Windows package manager. Now, Windows 11 and Server 2025 come with WinGet, but Windows 10 doesn't come with it, and Windows Server 2022 doesn't come with it. If you watched any of my previous videos, I show you how to install WinGet on 2022 server. We're going to also install it on our Windows 10 implementation for OSD. Okay, so go ahead and go to GitHub. Okay, we're going to look for the latest version. We don't want any of the pre-release stuff. So let's go down here. You'll see green latest. Okay, first we're going to grab our license file. All right, so save as. We'll go down to here, CM Lab, Windows Package Manager, save. Okay, next we're going to get our MSXi bundle, which is right here. Click on that, save as, same folder, save. Okay. And now we're going to open up this desktop app installer dependencies zip, which has a couple of the dependencies. We'll click open. We're going to browse to our x64 folder, Control A to copy or to select all, Control C to copy. We'll go back to our CM Lab folder, go to Windows Package Manager, Control V to paste, and there we go. We've got the files ready for when we want to install that. Click that. We can click the trash can icon next to the zip because we're not using the zip itself. Now we're going to grab the newest version of PowerShell, which is 7.5.0, not pre-release. We want to go down to the latest, like I said. Okay, we'll click down here where it says show all 29 assets. And what we're looking for is the MSI for x64. Okay, so we go down here, we look, there it is. Windows 7. Our PowerShell 7.5.0-win-x64 MSI. Click on that. Save as, CM Lab, PowerShell 7, and save. Now we're going to grab our SQL Server 2022 evaluation. You'll see exe download 64-bit, save as, CM Lab, go to SQL Server, save. Okay. And now we're going to click open file. Okay. We're going to click download media. This will allow us to download our ISO file. Now, where it says select down location, go ahead and put in your drive, CM Lab. There we go, SQL Server, just like that. Download, and there we go. And as soon as that's done, I'll come back. All right, download is successful. Click close, and yes. Now we're going to get our SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. So you go down here, you'll see download SSMS, newest version 20.2. There we go. Save as, CM Lab, SQL Server Management Studio, save. Now we're going to get our SQL Server reporting services for when we set up our reporting services role on MCM. So 16.0.1116.38. That's what we got here. If you see a newer version, go ahead and just edit your file, download, save as, CM Lab, SQL Server Reporting Services, and save. All right. Now we're going to get the newest SQL Server cumulative update, all right, which is cumulative update package 18, which came out just this month. And if you see a newer version like 19 or whatnot, go ahead and edit this. Click download, save as, CM Lab, SQL Server Updates, CU, and save. All right. Now, the important part, I'm using VMware Workstation as my hypervisor. You can use whichever you'd like, VMware, you can use VirtualBox, you can use QEMU, you can use Hyper-V, whichever you'd like, okay? But I'm going to use VMware Workstation. So I'm going to go to support.broadcom. And remember, Broadcom released VMware Workstation Pro to the public for free, even for business purposes, which is incredible. That's awesome of them. So I'm going to log in here. If you have an account already, you can get a free one. So you can just sign up for one. All right. And once you log in, you'll see all the free downloads. I'm going to go down to VMware Workstation Pro. Okay. Just like that. Give that a moment. VMware Workstation Pro 17 for Windows, 17.6.3. Just like that. I'll see the cloud icon here. I'm going to click on that. Save as. Sometimes it'll come up with a, do you accept the license agreement? You can click yes. Okay. Go to CM Lab, down to VMware Workstation here. Save. And there we go. Now I'm going to get the VMware tools because we're going to actually make a MCM package with the VMware tools so that we can include them with our OSD deployment. And that way, when we deploy to a VM, we can select that. But also, I like to get the newest version because usually the version that comes with VMware Workstation is out of date. Okay, and I'll show you how to replace this ISO or the Windows.ISO that comes with VMware Workstation with this version. Okay, so save as. We'll go same folder. Okay, there we go. Just like that. Now we're going to get our Windows ADK. Now the newest version, as we can see, download the ADK is December 2024. You can see these newest links. Now I did grab those links and place them in the document. So you can double click here, save as, go to CM Lab, Windows ADK, ADK, save. We're going to click open file. Okay. We're going to click download the Windows Assessment and Deployment Kit for installation on a separate computer. Okay. Again, our CM Lab area, which will be our F drive, /CM Lab, / and then paste your folder. Next, no, next, accept. And once that's done, I'll come back. Okay, the download is complete. Click close. Now we're going to get the Windows PE add-ons. So save as, go to CM Lab, Windows ADK, Windows PE, save, and we'll open that file as well. Download the Windows Assessment and Deployment Kit, Windows Pre-Installation Environment add-ons for installation on a separate computer. Okay, we're going to copy from here to there. Right? Or no, I'm sorry. Here. Okay. Just like that. So I'm going to put F /CM Lab, paste that, next, no, next, and accept. And then when that comes back, we'll close that. Okay, we're going to close that. Now, if you've worked with the ADK in the past, you know that you update it when you're before you do your OSD. You update it once a month, just like you do with your operating systems. But also, we're going to do some offline servicing of our images, so our WIM files. So we're going to do offline servicing of Windows 10, Windows 11, and Server 2025. So we're going to get a few updates right now. The Windows 11 and Server 2025 WIM files can be updated with the same MSUs. Okay, so we're going to go to the Microsoft Update Catalog. Now, if you're watching this in same month I am, which you probably won't be next month, if you're watching it after the second Tuesday of April, the 8th will be Microsoft Patch Tuesday. That means new updates are released every second Tuesday of a month. Okay, so if you mark that on your calendar, you'll know that, hey, new updates are available. But since we're not there yet, we're going to use the ones from this month. So go ahead and change this if you're watching it in the future. And I'm going to copy from there to there where it says start your search. I'm going to paste that. So Control C and Control V to paste, search. And I'm going to go to the newest one here, download. Okay, you're going to see this 5043080. You're always going to see that one for Windows 11 and Server 2025. And the reason why is this is kind of like an SSU and update in one. So we'll click on that, right? We're going to click Save As. We'll go to Windows ADK, CU, and we'll save that there, right? You can click this Close here. Actually, no, we're going to go to the second one. Sorry. 503656. Click on that one, save as, and same folder. All right. Now you can click this close here. Now we're going to grab the newest .NET framework update for that when we do our offline servicing. We're not going to use that for the ADK, but we're going to use it for our operating system. So click download. 5054979 is the newest one that we have for this month. So save as, same folder, save, and close. Now we're going to get the newest ones for Windows 10. You can double click here. Servicing stack update Windows 10, just like that. Start your search. This is just a required one. So it's very small, but download. SSU, save as. We're going to go to CM Lab, Operating Systems, Windows 10, Updates, and save it there. Okay, I created those folders for you. And now this here, so change the month if you're in the future here. Cumulative update for Windows 10 version 22H2 for x64 based. Same thing, replace that here, search. And what we're looking for is the Windows 10 version 1903 and later, which is here. Click on download. And 5053643, make sure that's correct, and it is. Okay. Click on that, save as, same folder, save, and close this. Now we're going to get the newest .NET framework for the Windows 10 version. Same thing, make sure you look for Windows 10 version 1903 and later, download. We're looking for 5054978. There it is. Save as, and save. Same folder. Good to go there. And now we can close Edge. We're done with our prerequisite downloads. Now we're going to install VMware Workstation. So we're going to either open this PC or File Explorer, go to the F drive, go to CM Lab, VMware Workstation. We're going to look for VMware Workstation Full, the one we just downloaded. We can close File Explorer and give that a moment. There it is. Okay, so we're right here. Next, I accept. Next, add VMware Workstation console tools into the system path. Next, I'm going to uncheck this join the VMware customer experience, but check for product updates on startup is good. Next, I'm going to uncheck desktop. Next, and install. And that shouldn't take too long. Give that a moment. I'll come back when it's done. And there we are. You can click finish. I'm going to click start here. I'm going to type VMware Workstation Pro. I'm going to pin this to my taskbar. Okay. Then I'm going to move it where I want it. I like it about right there. Okay. So move the icon to the desired location. Open this up. Now the window is going to be pretty large. So I'm going to move it up here, but I'm also going to grab the corner and pull it over. There we go. Just to the desired size and location. When we install our operating system, it'll grow to accommodate. Okay, so we're going to go to Edit, Preferences. Right here, if you're following along, we're going to click Browse, and we're going to go to this PC, our lab area, and our virtual machines folder that we created. Okay, and that way the default location for our virtual machines is our fastest drive. All right. Now we're going to enable all shared folders by default. I'm going to go to Updates. I'm going to make sure Automatically Update VMware Tools on a Virtual Machine is checked. Okay. And click on Download All Components now just to make sure all downloadable components are up to date. That's good. Click OK and close VMware Workstation. Now what we're going to do is we're going to replace the old version of VMware Tools with that new one we downloaded. Okay, so you can either, like I said, open up File Explorer or this PC. It's fine. CM Lab, VMware Workstation, and you can see our VMware Tools folder here. You can click on Copy and Paste, and it'll make a copy there. I'm going to right-click on that. I'm going to click Rename. And I'm just going to type Windows, and now we've got windows.iso. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to go to my C drive, Program Files x86, VMware Workstation. I'm going to press Control V to paste, replace the file in the destination, continue, And now we've replaced the old version of the VMware tools with this newest version we have. I'm going to close Client File Explorer. And what I'll have you do is restart your machine. So right click, shut down, restart. That way everything is nice and clean and we're ready for our next video. All right. So I'll see you in that next video.